Welcome to Let Me Out Productions in the top brass dial. Hey, hey, hey. All right, let's see if this bad boy working. Molting. Okay. Isn't there a way I could do that? Oh. Okay. Yeah. Today we're talking about character styles in the Press Pass lore game. There are 4 character styles. One of those character styles has 3 subclasses. So I guess overall there's 6 sort of kinds of adventures you can choose from. Goodness. I want my studio thing to pop up. Anyway. And we'll make sure we're live and we'll make sure the audio works, so bear with me. Goodness. I want my studio thing to pop up. And we're good. We're in it to win it. So now I will post this in here. And yeah, I guess I'll throw the Discord link in the chat. And I'll also throw my PayPal link in the chat. Because I'll tell you what. Tell you what, folks. Alright, there's the Discord if you want to join our Discord server. I encourage, if you're going to join one of our network collaborations in intellectual property, join the Discord. It makes things so much easier. Okay, so we have Discord, and then I'll put my... Perfect. And then we will go ahead and pin this message here. Okay. 4 character styles. We have the notable fan and the ecosystem professional. And if that's how you want to start off your experience in the game, you'll need a version 1 piece of the puzzle, which is this meme here, the version 1 token in Press Pass Season 1. It is a 33-second meme of me demonstrating the user experience. You come up with a character, you roleplay that character under the lore of professional basketball, and then you shoot a meme based on the canonical lore that we've all created together in the roleplay. So here, I am... This is my character Lens Face. That's actually not me. That's a person that we had cast for the clip here. But that's a gentleman named Sean Turner. Wonderful guy. We're 3 years past this point, so he's a little too old to play me in the show now. But it's all good for the clip. So it starts off with my. By the way, I came up with a character in real pro basketball. I covered the NBA for 10 years. Just a hair under 10 years as a photojournalist, and about halfway through my career, I decided to start reflecting the quality of the environment I was working in with the content that I made as my sports media influencer angle. So that's the character. It's a sports media influencer named #LensFace who is producing content as bad as the team he covered. It's all in love and in jest, but it is interesting. As a cognitive linguist, I use cinema to as both a research point and as a communicator to work with qualities of collaboration on meaning. Language is both a natural behavior and an invented tool for humans to create and to share meaning with one another. So basically, long story short, I have a number of theses I'm working on for my eventual PhD program. But shout out University of Aberdeen for taking me under your wing there, and love y'all. Part of what I'm studying is the context of elitism and language performance, and that extends to cinema. So here I am using a character that is using content quality as part of the character, as part of the message that we're delivering, and folks seem to think that this is a proof of concept for the show, which is just, I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. The body of work is there. It's just, so here you go. So there's me. That's actually me. This is right after I literally retired in real life. Like within a day is when we shot this. And when we ask what happened, we don't know what happened. Not just in the context, well, I know what happened in the sitcom that we're making. This book ends the sitcom. But the entire lore of the Basketball Syndicate of America, we don't know what happened. So Press Pass Season 1 is a puzzle with 309,160 pieces. 530,000 of those pieces are the version 1 piece. So folks will buy the version 1 piece to join the puzzle. How much are they right now? Yeah, $20. Okay. They buy a version 1 piece to join the puzzle, and then they create a character in the show. So they can create a notable fan character like Lillian Kylie Lemersniff here, or they could create an ecosystem professional character like Tiny Hanklin Bambino here. All right? So, in fact, I'm onboarding a few comedians and a few talented folks today. So did I close one of these things? I must have. I'm missing somebody. I must have closed one of them. Okay. Huh. Whatever. I'll use Kwame. Shout out Kwame Brown. That dude's hilarious, and I definitely agree with him on the situation with Josh Giddey and how that's all playing out, because I've seen it firsthand. I've worked in media circuits firsthand where allegations far less severe, far less scrutinizable have been forced onto players, and it's actually one of the things we're going to be discussing in the show is the impact of sports media. So anyway, let's walk you through the notable fan character first, because that is a very simple presentation. And let's get a generator going here. Not a fan. I'm going to put the notable fan generator in the chat. And so you have the generator here actually has all 4 characters on the generator. So if you want to use it, but the lore chapter we're focusing on right now is 1939 lore chapter, and all the players and coaches have already been written into the lore chapter, but they are available to claim. We'll get to the team coaches and syndicate players. You need a different piece of the puzzle to register a syndicate player or a team coach. Okay. So this fan, love that image. Well, by the way, when you're on the generator, you can hit the edit button up top. Everything is open source on that generator, so you look at the prompt that I used, make sure it checks your ethical boxes, and you can even just kind of adapt it and make it do its own, make it work for you and what your content is doing. So it's open source back end right here. Just hit this edit button, it'll show you everything. All right, so this fans have a fan rating system, and they are it's just the Japanese grading system. So it's S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier. It's the style of fan you can be. If you're an S tier fan, you're a season ticket holder. If you're an A tier fan, you frequently attend games in person. If you're a B tier fan, you watch or listen to every game. If you're a C tier fan, that means you're a fair weather fan. That means you're really only showing up and passionate about the team when they're good. If you're a D tier fan, you pretend to like the team for personal reasons, but you're not actually engaged and passionate about the team or the culture. And if you're an F tier fan, you don't know anything or you don't care. And so we have a generator here that'll actually, it just randomizes these details. So all 4 character styles have the same alignment chart. That's pretty much the only quality that they share between all 4 characters. Okay, wild. The alignment, they all have the same alignment options, but after that, all the character details are exclusive to the character class. So fan rating, you have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier. Your alignment chart is a 7x7 alignment chart. Put that in the chat here. 7 motives and 7 morals. That'll drive the sort of behavioral direction of your character. Lawful motives are lawful, harmonious, performative, authentic, contrarian, chaotic, and ignorant. Moral is good, innocence, formal, neutral, sleaze, arrogance, and evil. And then the explanations are down here. Lawful are characters who follow strict rules and adhere to prescriptive laws and regulations, no matter how unpopular it makes them. Harmonious characters cooperate with group mentality without much question, and they don't want to be the source of the drama. Performative characters are concerned with their image and participate in the group with their reputation as their priority. Authentic characters value honesty and being true to oneself, and they are not afraid to express genuine thoughts and feelings no matter the law, group harmony, or their own image. Contrarian characters value going against the group mentality and or the status quo, even if it's inauthentic. Chaotic characters are unpredictable and may act impulsively. They do not follow any rules, have any values, or adhere to a set structure. Ignorant characters lack knowledge, understanding, and or curiosity about information or situation. They often act without thinking or being aware of the consequences. So those are your 7 motives that you can choose from. The generator, by the way, I'll insert before we move on to morals. The generator is just like, it's just for fun. Like, that's for fun. You're not locked into these details. You can literally design your own character from scratch, and go from there. But the fan rating, the alignment, these are fixed list details that you have to choose from. Same with our fan commitments. So morals, we have good characters who have a strong moral compass and act with kindness, compassion, and generosity. They may act in high regard for others until the display of behavior dismisses their reason for good faith. We have innocence characters. I said innocence as the moral. The moral is innocence, but the innocent characters do not have a strong sense of the alignments of others and are naive, gullible, and lack experience. They may act in high regard for others without judgment to a fault. It's one of my favorite combinations, is ignorant and innocence. Ignorant innocence. Those characters they're gonna weave some impact into this. I mean, every character's gonna weave some impact, but those characters, I anticipate a lot of interesting humor coming from those kind of characters. We have formal characters who are strict and reserved. They place a high value on manners, etiquette, prescriptive linguistics, and following the rules. They may act in high regard for others if they fit their behavioral prescription. Neutral characters do not have a strong inclination towards good or evil. They may prioritize their own interests and act in their own self-interest. They place a high value on calm, energy balance, and descriptive linguistics. They may act in high regard for others, but not if it inconveniences them. Sleaze characters Sleaze characters are opportunistic and willing to do whatever it takes to get ahead. They may be unscrupulous and act without regard for others. Arrogant characters, with the moral of arrogance, are overly confident and believe they are superior to others. They may be dismissive or disrespectful of others. Evil characters engage in harmful and malicious behavior. They may act with cruelty, greed, or disregard for the well-being of others deliberately. Okay. So there's your morals and the fixed list for the alignment chart. And remember, you can just choose 2. You choose a motive, choose a moral. That's how you move forward. Or you can use a generator to give you a random set of conditions, and you can go into the game that way. And that's how I'm plugging in so many people, because I'm just trying to demonstrate the product here. So that brings us to the fan commitments. I'm not going to read all of these because there's so many of them, but I'll read the description. A fan commitment is the behavioral nature of a notable fan in the Press Pass lore game. Each notable fan has 2 commitments in each lore chapter. Become a notable fan in the lore of the show by collecting and collaborating in the scalable intellectual property puzzle of the Press Pass Season 1. To become a notable fan, an individual organization must collect at least one version 1 puzzle piece in Press Pass Season 1. By doing so, the owner gains the right to participate in the Top Brass DAO and earn rewards for collaboration with the project and the Let Me Out Productions Collective. They can create a notable fan to add to a lore chapter in the lore game and register that character with the Top Brass DAO. A page will be added to this very wiki once the character has been approved by the community and or the showrunner, me, #Lensface. It's like my character ended up with the rights to this fictional documentary after they made it about the media circuit. So it's all part of the soup of the story, including me making the show. That's part of the story. So attend at least one of the 7 lore parties in the lore chapter the character is registered in. Be prepared to roleplay as the character, or invite a friend, colleague, or community member to roleplay the character for you if you have at least 25 pieces of the puzzle. Their contributions are considered sources of derivation and will feature a collaboration issuance to those sources across any value generated. Create a moment for the official canon by interacting with other roleplayers. So, Press Pass Season 1 is fundamentally a puzzle in the way the intellectual property has been created and defined. It only exists as a puzzle, in this puzzle form as an intellectual property. There are 5,309,160 pieces in 3 distinct artistic versions and that make up the puzzle. Individuals or organizations who collect the pieces become direct custodial owners of 0.000188353713205102% of Press Pass Season 1. Okay. Just like 1/1000th. 1/10,000th. 2/10,000ths. I don't know. Of Press Pass Season 1 intellectual property for each edition they collect, with certain rights limited to the exact terms presented in the deed of assignment to the property to each edition of each version. The pieces fit the puzzle in a specific way, allowing the community to directly contribute to a shared official canon. Now, the other interesting dynamic here is that the customer pieces translate labor into property for our collective. So, every one customer piece sold anchors them to a character, a lore chapter, and a meme that they're able to create in the show. They also have translated 3 pieces of the puzzle into ownership for the creator, which would be me, 3.5 pieces into ownership for the primary platform, which is Let Me Out Productions, 2 pieces into ownership for a laborer on the show, like Johnny Taylor or Luke Baratz or Aaron Apodaca or Nick Malvey or Justin Sheldon. I could name so many attachments that I love y'all so much. You've just held on through everything, and it means the world. And you've also translated a half piece of the puzzle into property for a property relevant union. Now, the way that we use the pieces is we program a treasury on top of the whole thing. So your piece as the customer, your pieces as the customer, they don't anchor success-based residuals directly to you. Quite unfortunately, we can't do that. That would form the purchase premise for you of that success-based residual, and that's an investment contract, so we don't want to intersect with that. So your pieces will anchor success-based residuals to a community treasury that's democratically governed by all of the customers in Press Pass Season 1. The pieces for labor, creator, platform, hired labor, and unions, they anchor success-based residuals directly to the individual or the platform. So that is a collaborative abundance ecosystem that we have built into this puzzle, intellectual property puzzle. And that's where the enforcement is really cool. I get a little loath to say it because there's so much scrutiny and scorn over basically a technological movement that the general public does not understand because of influencer culture. And we organized this puzzle on a public notary service that organizes information in blocks and keeps them in a chain. That's what blockchain is. Each puzzle piece is a non-fungible token on this notary service, which just means that it's a token of account for this specific thing, a token of account for a notable fan registration in the show, a token of account for a syndicate player registration in the show, a token of account for proof of labor in the show. That's what it is. So you're buying a piece of the puzzle on a notary service to take into your custody, register your character, and now you're an official owner and participant in Press Pass Season 1. Now, the participation is really fun. You take your character, you register it to the lore game. You can do that on Discord. You can do it on our Top Brass DAO interface. You can also just fill out a Google form. Okay, you can register your character into the official canon, and then you sign up to a lore chapter with up to 300 other people, and you role play the lore of a fictional basketball team. Not just like why game results happen, but like the culture, all the sideline events in the city, everything. The lore of the team through a series of adventures that are in each chapter. After the canonical lore has been established, everybody who's has had their character create a moment. They can go meme that moment with actual content. So most of them are going to be 7-second clips, but if you have 25 pieces or more, you can submit up to 5-minute clips, which is awesome, per piece that you have. So those clips will be used as flashbacks and references in our sports mockumentary, and we'll also be selling them as official digital merchandise for the show, just like my meme, just like the one that you buy as part. See, it's a proof of concept for the experience. You create a character, you roleplay, shoot a meme, and now that meme's part of the archive. And it's also a collectible for the show with 1,000 editions. Now, if we use your meme in an episode, you get commission from a bounty. If we use your meme in an advertisement, you get commission from a bounty. If we use your meme, if we use your meme in a, and if in addition of your meme sells, you keep 15% if it's derivative, and 50% if it's 50% if it's original. 15 to 50. If it's derivative, then 35% of your addition goes to the sources of derivation. So that would include artists, musicians, likeness, performers, etc. So that's the ecosystem. Now, the entire market position of your collaboration by role-playing one character into one chapter and forming one meme, the maximum market position, if you only own one piece, would be $2,600, a hair over that. How cool is that? Collaborative abundance in a television show. I'm telling y'all. Okay, so let's get into the commitments. I already described as the behavioral commitment of a fan for a lore chapter. This fan has a visionary commitment. They think they know more than the coaches, but they don't. And they have 2 commitments in every lore chapter. The second commitment is lizard. They spread rumors to feel important. Their wealth tier is Edgar Eatout. Fans have wealth tier. It's a fixed tier list. So he's got higher salary and benefits, and he's a 55-year-old massage therapist. Okay. Looking good for 55. I mean, I know 55-year-olds that kind of look like that. Don't know why he's in a basketball jersey. But, wealth tier. Where's that bad boy? Oh, here we go. So the wealth tier classes are Penny Popper, which means you're down bad. You can be a Barnaby Budget fan, which is wage labor, no benefits. You can be a Dolores Dollar fan, which is lower salary with benefits. An Edgar Eatout fan, which is this guy, higher salary plus benefits. A Dexter Deposit fan, which is executive salary and benefits. A Mini Mansion, which means you're a successful business owner or you inherited legacy wealth. Or you're Winifred Wealth, which means you're just ridiculously rich. And, yeah, the generator, you don't have a big chance of getting that in this generator. But you can just choose. You can just sign up and set up your character the way that you want. Completely custom using these fixed list details in Notable Fan. And then you just choose your age and you can choose your profession. Those aren't fixed lists. And the lore chapters that we're focused on are the 1939 lore chapters, the 12 teams of 1939. There we go. Let me just... go here. The League of Legends wiki. You know, I don't think I've ever clicked around there. Here's the original 12 teams of 1939. These are the lore chapters we're focused on. We have the Allentown Oats, playoff team. Didn't win the championship, but the playoff team. So if you want to have that experience, join the Allentown Oats. And if you're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania, and you want to look into the history of 1939 Eastern Pennsylvania, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what sport punk is. It's real history. The only history that doesn't actually exist in this world are the professional sports histories. No athletes exist either, college or sports. Like, no athletes we've ever heard of. The Boston Potatoes. I'm actually lore mastering the Boston Potatoes in 1939. We have the Columbus Dutch. We have the Manhattan Pantaloons. The Dutch are the only team on the east side that did not make the playoffs. The Pantaloons, the Gridlock, the Potatoes, and the Oats, and the Highness all made the playoffs. The Highness win the championship in 1939. So if you want to have the championship winning experience, make sure you join the Yonkers Highness. You can help explain why they won that championship. You also just pick based on color and logo, colorway and logo. On the west side, we have the Calgary Mounted Elbow. Unfortunately, they were the worst team in 1939. We have the Chicago Red Beans, the Los Angeles Wet Fountains, the Minnesota Menace, the Nashville Whiskers, and the San Francisco Buoys. So pick a team, generate a character, pick a team, buy the meme, fill out the reg form, see your character on wiki within a few hours or days. Give myself up to 72 hours to add characters to the wiki while I'm doing this by myself. When we finally get our bread and when we finally get enough bread from product sales to bring in a team, we have a full project management team dedicated to updating the information in the lore. So they'll handle that, and it'll be pretty much instant after that. Also, we're going to get some sort of AI mechanic to help us out, but I do like AI is a tool. It still needs human guidance and shepherding, so it won't cost any jobs, but it will make the system a lot more efficient. Okay, so we're going to give this character to Jesse Rivera, who's a comedian that local to Sacramento. I guess I'll give a premise of the show. We have Press Pass All Access, which is a super world of sports mockumentaries, all based on community role-play lore. Then we have Press Pass, which is the main series out of that franchise, and that's planned for 8 seasons, an 8-season run. And the first season, the entire run is about the sports media circuit covering the worst professional basketball team in this entire history. And we already know these details because we have the playoffs and the championships already figured out. If you want to play fantasy basketball, go do that. That exists. We're not going to be role-playing, this person hit a three-pointer and then you roll to see who hits the shot. Like that's not exciting. Sorry. We're more so rolling if the person missed the shot in the game log. Was it because a fan was sitting courtside and burped, and he'd been eating garlic bread and onion rings all day, and then that's why one of the players missed a game winner? Then you go meme it, and you add it to the archive, and now, just like any other mockumentary with references and flashbacks, we set it up in the show. If you do a really funny bit, we'll set it up and use it in an episode. We're going to try to use as many memes as possible in our advertising campaigns, probably about 10% of the max potential size of the archive. The episode use will be about 1% of the max potential size of the archive, and then the merchandise use will be all of the archive, every single meme in the archive. And the great thing about this is that we're not just using those memes for Season 1. They will always be available for future Press Pass content, which is great, because as we continue in the franchise, the bounties and merchandise... Well, the merchandise is always going to be that split, but the bounties might increase as we move on. This is Season 1 Press Pass bounties. Of the maximum for episode use would be $1,475. The minimum would be $109, and the maximum for advertisement use would be $475, and the minimum would be $36. I actually got the maximum wrong for episode use. It's $14.25. So, yeah. How cool is that? Okay, let's get Jesse a character here. So I'll pull this. Let's pull this over here. Okay, so we're gonna. I'll put this over here. Okay. Okay. I use this random name, fantasynamegenerator.com, which gives me a lot of hilarious names. Like, we have a bird name generator here, but I feel like this guy's an Iago Rowley already. So I'm going to use those two names, and then I'm going to spin it one more time. Okay, Iago Owen Rowley. Let's do that. Iago Owen Rowley. He's 55. He's a massage therapist. I'm sure they had those back in 1939, right? That doesn't seem completely out of whack. He's an Edgar Eatout. This is what I do for this prompt form I use. This is what I feed into ChatGPT to spit out an article about this character. Okay. We have a lizard fan. He's going to be our second lizard fan in the 1939 lore chapter of the Boston Potatoes. Alright, he's 55. I don't know the thing there. Okay, 1939 minus 55. I can't. The math is so easy. 1884, so 1883. And then we need our random number generator. Didn't I already load that? Okay, so August 11th. That's my foster dad's birthday. (1883) and is Iago Rowley. He's probably from Massachusetts, right? I'm gonna make him from Vermont though, just because that seems funny to me. Okay. Some of these lists have the year. Oh, this one does kinda. feel like Coventry sounds like an old town. Yeah, Coventry, Vermont. There you go. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Oh wait, no, he is harmonious neutral. I don't know Jesse's comedy style, but okay. All right, chat Jupiter, let's see what you got. And let me open up the most recent notable fan, because I know the formatting's correct. Oops. Iago Owen Rowley. What if I change his last name to Early? So it's like Iago Owen Early and his initial spell out IOU. That's pretty funny. No, I'll just leave it at Rowley. I liked it the first time. I'm not going to second guess it, so we're going to just leave it. Okay. So I feel like I had a better system for this yesterday. Like, you gotta go over here, buddy. Okay. Okay, we will get through the bio, but I do it backwards. I go top to bottom, or bottom to top. Iago Owen Rowley, 55 years old, August 11th, 1883, professional massage therapist, B-tier fan, who is a visionary lizard fan. Wealth tier is Edgar Eatout. Harmonious neutral. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Now we go all the way to the top and we start editing downward. Okay, and then I think actually 187 to be honest with you. Oh no, you're 188. Dorothy, I've messed up. Okay. Dorotea Esmeralda is. I've messed that up immediately. Dorotea Esmeralda del Bene. Putting an Italian accent is impossible for me. But, dang. Okay. Yeah. Iago Owen Raleigh. He's a B tier fan with a B tier plan. Hella dumb. Where did my Jupiter go? I don't like typing everything out over and over and over again. So I copy pasta this nonsense. You know what I mean? I put it in a soup and we get going. You are 1888, 83. Bum bum ba da bum, ba dum bum ba da bum. Okay. Priority fan commitment, visionary. Which that one is they know more than they think they know more than the coaches, but they don't. Right. Visionary. Yeah, they think they They think they know more than the coaches, but they don't. Awesome. And then we have a lizard fan. Another lizard fan. They spread rumors about the team to feel important. Oops, I spelled harmonious wrong. Harmonious. Neutral. Can I just copy that like this? You know what I mean? Like, just do that. Oh, I guess I don't need to do the whole thing. Just yeah, that works. Okay. Anybody who like takes a deep look at this lore game will understand that I have been steeped in sports media and sports fan culture for way too long. Oh, almost everything's represented in here. It's a great ecosystem. Okay, we have harmonious neutral, so I know it's not exactly exciting to watch me edit wiki, but and you're here to learn about the other 3 character styles by now, right? But okay, and I keep on, like, my brain is slipping. Oh. Gosh, I can't wait to, like, teach an AI to do this. Oh, it costs jobs. Well, it cost me this job. I don't want to I don't want to fucking do this anymore. Data entry is my nightmare. It causes me anxiety. It's just so much. But I'm getting, you know, and I haven't had a data entry anxiety attack in a while, honestly. Harmonious, neutral. Okay. Is right on top of each other. I don't think it matters. Okay. Alright, let's pull the bio from ChatGPT and then we'll edit it. Because there's things that we don't like in our articles, like references to the commitments and the alignment. Those are unspoken, like, intangible characteristics. Born in the serene landscapes of Coventry, Vermont, Iago Owen Rowley's childhood echoed with the laughter of 3 rowdy boys. And the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. Where's the 3 of... Definitely spelled that wrong. And okay. Born in the serene landscapes of Coventry, Vermont, Iago Owen Rowley's childhood echoed with the laughter of his 2 sisters and the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. His parents, Eliza and Arthur Rowley, sculpted an environment where camaraderie and harmony thrived. Arthur was a gardener, and Eliza raised the children. From these humble beginnings emerged a fan whose life would become intricately woven with the fate of the 1939 Boston potatoes. I tell you, I had a blast training it to write these articles, man. The language is so flowery and ridiculous. Oh, man. And you know why? It's because I used flowery and ridiculous language in my kingsfans.com articles from way back. You can still find them on kingsfans.com. Search under Venom_7. And you see all my pre-games and post-games. All the way back, it's 2005, I've been doing sports media, baby. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So, the spark of Iago's fandom ignited during the team's early years. The vibrant culture surrounding the skinny angle, the chimney, and the porch captivated him. That's pretty funny. It wouldn't be the culture, it would be the strategies. The strategies surrounding the skinny angle, the chimney, and the porridge captivated him. So the skinny angle is a corner 3. The chimney is the elbow part of the key, like the free throw line area. And the porridge is the area under the basket. So we have our own lingo in this game because it's a comedy, and we're trying to like, it's a comedy game in the sports world. So yeah, basketball became more than a game. It was a symphony of movements, and the potatoes were the conductors. Oh, please. Iago, now a seasoned massage therapist, found solace in the rhythm of each game. Motivated by a harmonious, neutral spirit, Igo became a dedicated B-tier fan, absorbing every moment of the team's journey. His commitment stemmed from a belief. He had a belief. He maintained a belief that he possessed unique insights to the game. No, he wasn't. See, that's the thing. There we go. By a okay, that's really good. That's really good stuff here. Made the adjustments. You can see I kind of like it's basically the format of the article that we really are looking at and wanting GPT to provide us. And if you train it on your own writing, I don't see anything wrong with using it. Okay, the 1939 logo for the Boston Potatoes. Details. Well, was Dunkin' Donuts around in 1939? It's an easy look. It's like so easy. 1950. So no, he wouldn't see GP. You don't know anything, GPT. So we'll just say favorite food is coffee and donuts. Favorite color is no, the potatoes have a specific green, so let's go figure that out. The Boston Potatoes, their basketball god is Capricorn. Their power element is Earth. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Clover fries green. Look, I put the color hex there in case anybody wants to actually make stuff with the colorway. And then here you go. Here's the Potatoes champions. They're champions that they've won. They won the 52-53 championship. They won the 58-59 championship, and they've won the They won the 59-60 championship. So we're about 14 years before this 1952 to 53, their first championship in 53. And that's when we can actually set up the seeds long, like over, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why these details are, having them known in advance are so cool. Because it's not really about the competition. If you want to compete, in a fictional sports thing, go play fantasy sports. But if you want to collaborate on establishing the lore of why these things happened, this is the experience for you. Their blood rivals, the Philadelphia Saltoats. Their soft rival is the Bronx Scream, which don't exist back in 1939. They come into... when did the Scream come into play? I believe they're 1948. That's a 1948 expansion. Their regional rivals are the Manhattan Pantaloons, the Nova Scotia Frosties, and the Washington Government. The government... I'm so deep into this world that when I say that, it's not even as funny as it was before, but it's still, like, the premise of it is still super funny. The the Pentagon bought a basketball team in 1975. They bought the Calgary Mounted Elbow and moved them from Calgary to Washington, D.C., and they changed the team name from the Mounted Elbow, which wouldn't make any sense in Washington, D.C., to the government. And President Ford, it was under the Ford administration, and he did this to quell the growing dissent with the U.S. government over policies and imperialism. So when people complained about the government, they could be complaining about the basketball team. You know what's so dumb is that's actually like a plausible thing the U.S. government would do, and they're probably mad they didn't think about it. Okay, so regional rivals, Manhattan Pantaloons, Nova Scotia Frosties, and Washington Government. Yeah, so we're registering folks into the lore chapter for the Genesis 1939 Potatoes, and we're almost done with Jesse's character, so let's get back to it. Okay, Clover flies green. His favorite animal is a salamander. Fashions a vintage basketball jersey with a Zen twist. That's why he's wearing a basketball jersey in that one image. Speaking of, I have to prep that. No. 67 and 171, was it? Let's make sure that those are in the right spot. $67. Oh no, she's gone, and then 171. If I had a live audience right now, y'all could tell me, you know, if you think that well, I want to use the picture that was generated. Let's use this one because it makes sense with his fashion sense. Oh, because I do need to blow it up a little bit. There's some edges there. Keep on forgetting to add the things I use all the time, the shortcuts. It's probably pretty good. I'm just do it because I'm so sick of this. Keyboard shortcuts. There it is. Okay. Maybe image. Don't I literally have? Fine. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay, and then the last thing was the posterize. I want that. Yeah, found one. Okay. Control Shift P. Okay. Wait, do I need to save that? Keyboard shortcuts .kys. They need to change that. Okay. Okay, great. So does that work? Yes, it does. Potatoes colors are right here. That's actually a pretty good mix. Let's get some diversity in here. Drop that a little lower. Sure. Whoa. Okay. I like it. Probably a little too much. There we go. Don't look back. That's a good mix right there. A good potato mix. That's all we need. Cool. All right. I really need, like, the hell am I doing? I really need to put that in this thing. In the damn Syndicate player folder, so. Yeah, that way. There we go. Okay. That way I don't have to look for it all the time. Bummer. Iago Owen Rowley. Fan number one. This is character number 188 in the press pass in the lore chapter for the 1939 Boston Potatoes. Make sure I grab that from Migsy. Alright, good. Good. Well, folks, that one's used. And we're done there. Quick and easy. Lemon squeezy. And we delete you. Bye, Iago. You're now officially into the chapter, baby. Not really. He's still got to get the title and register the character, but here I am demonstrating product and setting up the collaboration with the network of people, of creatives, artists, musicians, producers, comedians that don't I love y'all because none of us are in that elitist nonsense. I'm not punishing people that are like high-level celebrities. Like, I plugged a bunch of them in too. People that I know and have connections with. But And they know that they're good people, like Anthony Padilla from Smosh. High quality person. High quality person. You'll never find me saying a bad thing about Anthony. So yeah, he got a character. Still gotta buy a title though, Anthony. Come on now. Goodness, collaborative abundance. Collaborative abundance. Okay. I didn't finish his stuff. Piece of trivia. Holds the record for the most creatively flavored popcorn combinations during game nights. Well, since not a game has been played yet, that might be true, but they keep spitting this one out. Fear of deflated basketballs. I don't want that. Come on now. Fear of curtains. Oh, okay. I like that. He crafts massage oil blends inspired by team colors. Jazz and basketball haikus? Ooh, I think I did write a series of haikus. I forget for which team starters it was. Jazz music, we'll say crime films and sports-related haikus. Love interest. A fictional character from a basketball-themed novel. That is pretty funny. I'm leaving, honestly, on love interest, I'm leaving that open because if you like... I'm leaving that open for most characters because that's something that'd be like tyrannical for me to be putting in love interest. That should be something that develops in the lore, or if the character were, I'll put it this way: if you register a character and you want to add another character to be your love interest, you do need another piece of the puzzle. Every character you want to add to the official lore needs a new piece. It's great to buy more pieces because that means you can take your main character through another chapter of roleplay and add another meme to the archive. Every piece that you get is another character, another chapter, and another meme to the archive. So if you want to play 10 chapters in a row, if you want to play 15 chapters in a row and get to that Boston Potatoes Championship, you'll need 15 pieces of the puzzle. You may as well get the 25 package. 25, and Lore Master a chapter. Or many. I still haven't decided if how many chapters a Lore Master can run if they have 25 pieces. I mean, theoretically, they could run 25 chapters, but they do have to have a character in the chapter that they're running. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. But I think we got everything here for Iago Rowley. Just double check, because I do go back and I edit these all the time, and when we get our lore management team up, they're going to have to go through every single article and make sure everything's uniform and matching up. And we might have these details. I don't know how to do it on the wiki to make it one of those little detail boxes, like a bio box. This sort of stuff drives me nuts. Like, just looking at the conditional language of the coding language. It's a super simple syntax, too, but it just drives me nuts. Like I said, data entry is like my weak point as a creative and as a producer. So naturally coding, even though I can read it and I can understand the conditional logic in most coding languages, I can't say, like, y'all are masterminds, because every time I try to set up anything, it's broken like within the first compile. It's broken. I don't know what the hell I did wrong. So it drives me nuts. Okay, we have everything here. Okay, Iago Rowley for Jesse Rodriguez, I believe. Okay, and now we're going to do a notable fan character for Jay Saraki here. I mean, a ecosystem professional. So we're moving on to the next character style. Oh, I forgot to do the image. That's a little awkward to have Dorothea's image for, and since I'm here, I did notice 55-year-old massage therapist. I'll just edit it in here. With, he's a visionary lizard. Fandom. We should officially partner. Because I would love a seamless, we have a few official partners, and I just think that bridging things makes a lot more sense than striking out on our own. Like, we would never, like, for the wiki, fandom's fine. Like, fandom's great. But I want to expand it, you know? Nice. Okay. Yeah. Looking good. Iago Rowley. Is everything linked in here? I'm going to just leave that in here without explaining it. The skinny angle. I really hope that the language that we use in the lore game ends up being contemporary use in real life. That would mean the world to me. All right, there's Iago Owen Rowley. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the Basta potatoes here. Oh, this is one of the players of the potatoes. Maybe Iago is a huge fan of Gerard Liggett. Look at that. The chapter's filling up, baby. Look at that. Liza Zajax Akalsbuk. Was she an ecosystem professional? She might have been. She was, okay. Lore Bard, Simmons University. She's 5 years old in the lore chapter. What? No, she's 26, right? Now I gotta do math. She's 25 years old. Bald that, baby. Okay, so Jay Siraki, let's get you in the game. I need my ecosystem professional prompt. What? Okay, Eco Pro. I already have it open. Nifty. Okay, so let's go to the character generator. Ooh, I just had it. And now we're going to go over to ecosystem professional. So the notable fan is one of the version 1. When you have a version 1 piece, you can register a notable fan to the game. An ecosystem professional here. Dun, 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 dun. I love the premise. I'm going to make her a younger character because I think people that are joining earlier in the game don't want characters. And then we're not going to keep that image. I just did it. It keeps on landing on local. There we go. Let's do that one. 33-year-old utility service professional working for an enemy team. That's hilarious. So they're actually team staff. So yeah, the subclasses for me ecosystem professional are team staff, which means you work directly for one of the teams. There's service professional, which means you work in the environment, but you don't work for media and you don't work for the team. And then there's media professional, where you work for media. So Liza Zeja Akalsbuk here, who is a lore bard from Pakistan, or what's now known as Pakistan, since it didn't exist back in 1939. She's a journalist that works for Simmons University and is assigned to the Boston Potatoes beat. She's a media professional. That's her subclass. Authentic formal. Now, ecosystem professionals have the same alignment as all characters. but they have a profession. It's not a fixed list profession. You can literally make up a profession if you want. It just has to be grounded in our sport punk reality. The platform, if it's like an official, we have a list of like official businesses because we want that to be something that doesn't. We're going to guide that process for quality assurance. Like the other sports leagues in the franchise, religious organizations, big corporations, sports media platforms, those sorts of things. We have a list of brands there that are all fictional within the world, so we don't step on any toes. But you can just make up something too, like they work for the a laundromat with a custom name or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be something from the fixed list, but that is a detail that we have a little bit more, guidance in for the platform detail. These ecosystem professionals have a drive and a professional goal. Those are exclusive qualities for an ecosystem professional. So this character is driven by philanthropy with a professional goal of open rebellion against the platform, which is great because they work for a rival team and they are a utility service professional somehow working in the Boston potato circuit. So that's interesting. I don't know what they're doing. Who is the regional rival of the potatoes? It's a great question. Why is that stuck in my head? Regional rivals: Pantaloons, Frosty's, Government. Well, they wouldn't be. The Calgary Mounted Elbow are not a regional rival yet, so we'll make her a Pantaloon. Which means she will have Pantaloons colors. Check the stream, make sure that that's still good. Yep, we still going strong. 2 watching now, look at that. Who else is watching? I know I have my thing here, but thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Okay. Ecosystem professional. What do we got here? Utility service professional. Harmonious evil. Yes. Another great. I mean, they all are great conditions, but harmonious evil is quite the pull. 33, so that's 1905 when she was born, most likely, unless it was January. They work for the Manhattan Pantaloons. Driven by the voices in their head. Philanthropy. With the professional goal of open. Oh, did I just spell that wrong? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm gonna say their employer. But in the bio, I'll put platform. But okay, now let's come up with a name. Where'd my name thing go? Here we go. Flygon's a Pokemon. Dwarf names from Warhammer. Okay. Vunde Brain Grip. I mean, I like Malva. We're gonna keep Malva. Malva, Wendelin. Malva, Wendelin. These are pig names. Okay, wait. Malva, Wendo. I like stuff. Malva, Wendell, and stuff. Sorry. Sorry, Jay Saraki. Okay, Malva, Wendell, and stuff. Okay, she's gonna be 33 years old. and that would make her 1915. I guess we'll just do that again. Okay, May. 30 days in May, 31 days in May. May 17th. Their team staff. Alpha Wendell and stuff. Okay. Where are you from? She works in New York, so we're gonna make her from Delaware. I'll just do this. Yeah, so Norfolk, Virginia. How about that? Change this color so I don't ever forget that. I don't like it. It needs to be green. Okay, this is sport punk reality, so no real world profession. Yep. And what was her alignment? Harmonious evil. By the way, if you're ever out there doing something at scale, like a scalable intellectual property, and you have almost no support, just stay with your vision. You know what I mean? Don't compromise your vision. I have I wouldn't say it's privilege because there's not really a thick, thorough support system that I have, but at least I have a place to do work from and be able to do internet outreach. We'll see how long that actually lasts. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Okay, that's so interesting that she's an open rebellion against her employer. I don't know why she'd be full-time utility service professional in Boston when she works for a New York team, but that's up to the role player to decide how that works. If it gives me fear of deflated basketballs again, I'm gonna not be happy. Okay, so now I need this is perfect. I'm just gonna edit source from here, because this is another character that works for a different team, but is in the lore chapter of the Boston Potatoes. 1939. And you know what's crazy? I kind of stopped saying crazy, but you know what's real cool about that is you're not stuck in Boston. So when 1939 ends, the first season is January through September 1939. Then it immediately turns around, and by December of 1939, the next season starts. It goes December through June. Oh wait, no, I think it's December through. Yeah, it'd be December through June. and then it adjusts back to then it starts again in September and goes from September through April. And then that's the actual way it sets off for the rest of the time. So the first 3 seasons all have different monthly schedules, and they were trying to figure it out. And then they finally got a good schedule from September through April as the sports season. So basically, if you were role playing in 1939 Boston Potatoes, and the next season you wanted to go work, you registered for the 1939 Manhattan Pantaloons, that's real easy. And now you're bringing your experiences over from the Boston Potatoes lore chapter, but now you're in a whole new soup of characters and interactions and all this stuff. So really cool, really cool. Okay, so I want to copy this. I want to add a new page. I copied that too soon. It wasn't the right one. Malva Wendelin stuff. Ridiculous. Oops, let's not do that. Okay. Oh, I've been messing. I'll do that off stream, but there's some. Dang, that's a pretty large mess up there. Okay. There, harmonious evil. Malva Wendelin stuff. Okay. By the way, the combat system is on the wiki, and I've explained it in an older stream. I gotta go break up those streams and make digestible content out of those streams, but I'm starting to hate video editing as much as I hate data entry. It's not a great position to be in when you're a producer. Fine. Okay. I need this many tabs out. Y'all can't see the tabs, but I don't need this many tabs open. Okay, Malva. I think the easiest way to do it would just be to relink. Okay, get back over here. I keep on forgetting I left the height and weight on Media Pro on Ecosystem Professional. I don't know why I did that, but because they're there, those are going to be additional details that the Ecosystem Professionals get to fill out. I don't like that calculator. How tall does this person need to be? Let's make her 5'7". Utility service professional. So dumb. All right. I wonder why I should be on residential assignment in Boston, but that's for Jay Saraki to figure out. I don't know why they'd assign a... Okay, we got Harmonious Evil here. Driven by philanthropy. Okay, now we need to get the these things. I already got her tag, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'll clean up my tabs as I go along. I already got his tag too. All right. Nice. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm not getting much support here in America for this collaborative abundance ecosystem and intellectual property. And it's mainly because the market forces. I sound paranoid, but y'all, like, I've been through this experience firsthand. And I know that my socials fell off a cliff, like I'm in a box of zero visibility. And it's absolutely crazy, but they don't want collaborative abundance to take off as a model. They want to focus all the wealth on themselves, which is crazy. It's just like, let's collaborate and create more wealth and then share that. What's so hard about this? They want the collaborations to occur to create more wealth, and then they want to focus that on themselves too. Y'all. When I tell you these people are evil people, they are like the cartoon villains that we all grew up watching. It's just it's absolutely phenomenal. And what the worst part about it is, it's a behavioral issue. So the people that are maintaining it I don't even know if they understand the down the line impact of their behavior, because it's all just such an automatic behavioral system, this capitalism thing. And now it's like, okay, well, here's collectivist as a capitalist product. Here's collectivism as a capitalist product. Everybody will just create more abundance out of the intellectual property and share it with everybody on a hard math account. They don't want hard math accounts, man. They want to be able to manipulate these numbers back and forth to the end of time and leave us with nothing. Anyway, okay, let me focus up here. So, harmonious evil. Oh, that's what I was doing. Harmonious. It's such a like that itself is such a contrary alignment, but it still works. It's like still is going to be so interesting, because it's like it's open rebellion against the platform, philanthropy. Like, it sounds like a sort of Robin Hood style character working as a utility service utility service professional. Okay, so we got through that. I fixed that. Renowned utility service professional. You know, I need to update the spreadsheet with the characters, so that way we can make sure that every detail and for every character is exactly correct. Malva Wendelin Stuff, born in the vibrant city of Norfolk. Wait, didn't we just use... It doesn't really matter. We put quaint, though, because Norfolk sounds like quaint. Was destined for life entwined with both service and rebellion. From a young age of From a young age, her philanthropic spirit manifested in quirky acts of kindness, like organizing charity lemonade stands and rescuing abandoned toys. That's genius! If you're a kid and you want to charge your friends to rescue toys they've lost or have broken, that is a genius kid business idea. Are you kidding me? Wow. Anyway, these early inklings of goodwill laid the foundation of her eventual path into a career of utility service. Utility service worker. Drawn to the bustling city life, Malva found herself in the employ of the Manhattan Pantaloons. Her journey into utility services started innocently, fixing leaky faucets and ensuring the smooth operation of the team's facilities. However, beneath the seemingly mundane task, Malva harbored a desire for open rebellion against her employer, a peculiar aspiration in the realm of utility services. Don't comment on my ideas! ChatGPT? Malva's proudest moment, so far discovered, because we're in the process of lore discovery, all of us, came when she orchestrated a covert repair operation during a critical team event, ensuring seamless operations without disrupting the event. Her biggest hope was to utilize her skills for the greatest good, even if it meant challenging the status quo of her own workplace. Amidst the gleaming infrastructure of the Manhattan Pantaloons, Malva's feelings toward her platform and team oscillate between appreciation for her role and a simmering rebellion against the hierarchy. Her unique ability to blend philanthropy with an undercurrent of mischief made her a harmoniously evil force in the team's backstage operations. Made her a, I'm gonna put peculiar character instead of a force. Force sounds a bit strong. I believe they play 5 or 6 games against each other in the first season. So at least, you know, the Pantaloons are going to be in town quite a bit. Great. Okay. The Manhattan Pantaloons. Great franchise. I just made that up. So anyway, her father, Jum, was a coal miner, and her mother, Melba, her mother, Melba, repaired and cleaned tapestries. So Jum's stuff and Melba's stuff are her parents' names. Awesome. By the way, you guys can absolutely claim the the augment characters and really troll each other that way. That's, you know, can you imagine claiming your friend's character's like dad and joining the same lore chapter? Just following them around, like they're trying to escape you, and you're just trolling all their adventures. That sounds. Never mind. I'll keep that myself. That's rich. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't update her details yet. So the bio's done. Her favorite food is, it says avocado toast. Yeah, sure. I mean, in 1939, it's not unreasonable that people would be eating avocado toast. It's just not like in vogue yet. Red. She likes a bat as her favorite animal. Okay, Batman. Fixing leaks and breaking streaks, one rebellion at a time. Dude, if they lose a game because she sabotages the locker room or something, oh my god. This character's great. I can't wait to see what Jay does with it. Quirky habit, leaving encouraging notes for the cleaning staff of the Boston Potatoes. I love it! Oh, I love it. Classic utility overalls with a touch of insurrection. What does that even mean? But I love it. Oh wait, no, we'll do that in the trivia. Oh, that's interesting. Her unique personal phobia is a fear of perfectly functioning systems. That's a freaking crazy phobia. That would be okay. And random fear of perfectly functioning systems. What a fear. Okay, uplifting jazz and rebellion anthems. We can keep that because rebellion anthems are very much a thing. Nowadays we call it punk rock, but back then there's all sorts of like, you know, like Lift Every Voice and Sing. Rebellion anthem, for sure. Pulp Fiction wasn't around back then, right? I love it. I'm covert organizing right now. Okay. We do have to prep her image, which actually brings me to the point of do that there. so interesting looking. Oh crap. I forgot my own shortcut that I had just set. Looking good. The pantaloons colorway is a little tricky on the gradient map because, where are they? It's potatoes. Where's the pantaloons? There it is. Yeah, it's a toughie. If I did that, no, that doesn't look good. Like, what is... Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. There's the transition. Okay, yeah, this is looking real good, honestly. Yeah. That looks terrific. Put the watermark up there. That can come in a little stronger. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I do need to find the number in the chapter. I need to update this list too. Team staff. Okay, so I need to make fanny pack. I'll just make her character 20. That's fine. Okay, Malva, you're in. No, I don't save them because it's like the images are made and I have the base, so it doesn't really matter. And really, as long as we have the black and white, every time they move around, or like if let's say she gets fired by the Pantaloons and they decide to fire her because she keeps on trying to sabotage games. Well, another team can hire her, and then her colors will change. Her image might change too, but we're going to try to keep the same face and character style. But eventually we're going to have a team of artists in this that you guys can be like, hey, can you it'll have to be some sort of redeem, like voucher redeem thing, because we will pay the artist for everything that they do, but I want to make sure it stays in budget. So, so we're gonna have to set up a voucher system so you guys can like use a voucher and get your art remade or updated for a future lore chapter. Okay, let me close that too. And so, Malva stuff. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the Pantaloons logo on there. Let's do that. Bummer. That's actually kind of a bummer. Gotcha. Okay. I'm glad I caught that. So these are the images that we use for the Pantaloons. Did all of them open? Okay, so now I'm going to find the Pantaloons logo, and we will include it in the bummer. Whatever, this one I'll just double dip since I messed it up. I'll put this down here. Wait. I put it like on her shirt. That works for me. Just the easy and lazy way. No. Okay, that works. No. We don't put it on the black and white. Okay, great. It's the same thing. Okay, good. Works for me. There's something a little questionable about her working for the Manhattan Pantaloons, which is like a black founded team in Harlem. and she's trying to sabotage team culture. But I don't think that has a nefarious angle to it, like any sort of. But we'll see how the game goes. You know, we'll see what people do. I'll tell you what, you'll never find a utility service professional in any sort of NBA Wikipedia. We don't matter. The people that actually make the product what it is don't matter. Don't get me wrong, the athletes are the product, and their performance is the product. But the fundamental part of the product is how we dress that up and present it to you, the audience. Like, without that, I guarantee you. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of skill in the NBA, but I guarantee you, y'all would see a lot of the plays that fall apart exactly how I see them, which is just a bunch of dudes at the gym. Now, okay, I think we're solid, because Tiny Bambino, if I remember correctly, no, that's not. She's not the only team staff. Where's Carrie Strong here? Oh, I need to add Kwame. Where's Carrie Strong? What are your categories here? Platform, BSofA team. Well, that's her platform too. Oh no, that's right. Okay, and then so he's the one who doesn't have the profession tag. Oh no, he does. I want that tag too. What don't you have, Carrie? You're missing some tags. Let's compare. Is that just really what it is? Yeah, well, he's team staff and media professional, but I think I'm going to change him to team staff. So it makes a little more sense. I guess we should be identifying the year of the team that they work for, the 1939. I probably should change that for Tiny Bambino. Okay, what am I changing? Well, just while I'm thinking about it. What's the change here? Because, okay, Eco Pro. Okay. BSofA, Eco Pro, BSofA, Eco Pro registered. Alignment, that's what he doesn't have, is the alignment and the MCO. He's Chaotic Innocence, so that's going to be... I'm pretty sure Carrie's from USA. He is, he is, he is. While I'm here, it's just like while I'm here, let's just do it. You know, I think that's how you do it. Oh, he's ignorant arrogance. He's an IA character. Oh, this says in multiple spots. I don't know if I should leave height and weight in because I took it off of here. I'm going to take it off before I get too deep with that. Come on, bring up my emojis. Dang it. Malva Wendelin stuff. You know, she honestly kind of looks a little. She looks like she got a little melanin in her, so I don't think there's any angle that's nefarious on her like why she's rebelling against the pantaloons. Hell, that could play into it a little bit. What I need here is this stuff. Shout out to the one person watching me now. I appreciate you. We're almost to the final two classes of team coach and syndicate player, and I won't be doing all of the data entry for those, so that'll take 3 seconds to get through. Okay. So you just replace this with a colon and it works? No? That's how it goes. It's like, while I'm here, I may as well do this because it has to be done eventually. Okay, Is 13 up here? Good. Okay, we're going to get rid of height and weight. It's just not an important detail. Why do we have that in there, though? I don't think it matters at all. Look at Virgo, the basketball god for the Los Angeles Wet Fountains. Versus Capricorn, the basketball god for the Manhattan Panther. Choose your fighter. Okay, great. So I'm pretty sure we're good there. Let's get rid of Tiny Bambino. So let's get rid of you, Tiny Bambino. Are you? Yeah, she's the adjustment, same adjustment. But there was something else I needed to do to her too. It's down here. I'll spend some time on that tonight. Okay, here we go. Notable fan. They have a profession, a tier of the type of fan that they are. They have an alignment. They have a first fan commitment, like a priority commitment, and a secondary commitment, and then that's the notable fan. Ecosystem professional has the subclass of team staff, service professional, or media professional. They have their platform, they have their alignment, they have their profession, they have a drive, like what drives them in their career, and they have a professional goal, which can be two different things. All right. I'll put this in chat actually too. Look at the bounty system there for episode use and advertisement use. So if you have less than 7 memes in your possession, then you're at 7.27% of the bounty, which if we use you in an episode, that means your meme will make you $109. If we use your meme in an advertisement, it'll make you $36. So if you grab more than 7 pieces, the bounty moves up to 35%, which is quite a bit more reward from the bounty system that we have set up. So this is the executive producer position here, 53,091 tokens. This is the co-producer position here, 10,000 tokens, and you can see their bounties are more significant. Now, if you have more than 25 pieces, so if you're anywhere here, you can actually let other people play with your intellectual property. It'll be free for them. And you facilitate a whitelist. You really do. You'll set up a whitelist to accommodate the people that you want to include to use your property. It's our leasing mechanic. So if you have 25 pieces, we suggest a whitelist that allows basically every person that you're whitelisting to create 5 characters, role play 5 chapters, and submit 5 memes. So 25 pieces, you keep 5 for yourself, plug in 4 friends, they're all playing for free. Now you're keeping 35% of their meme performance. So if they achieve this bounty, you actually get 35% of this bounty. If they achieve this bounty, you actually get 35% of the bounty. If on their additions for in the merchandise, you actually receive 15% of the additions, and they're considered sources of derivation, so they will receive 35%. If they use sources of derivation, then that pool is split 15 or 35-65 between the creator of the content creator and then their sources of derivation. So all of it's accommodated by this bounty system. And 25 pieces of the puzzles only it's a chunk of change, but it's only $500. It's not like it's so. If 33% of the memes that are produced out of that property hold return their full potential, that's it's something like I mean, I have it. It's in a spreadsheet. No, it's not it. Just over here. Yeah, so guys, 33% of that meme performance is $9,000. It's almost $10,000. Why aren't people going crazy about this? I don't know. Because it's built on blockchain, and everybody hates blockchain because of people like Hassan Piker, who are talking people out of socialism because he doesn't understand technology. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, so there's Kerry Strong. He's all updated. Shout out Rarball. Love you, man. Okay, let's get Kwame a character. Kwame Brown, who was called a bust, but these days he would not be called a bust. He was actually a very, very effective big man. He just didn't score a lot. So when people don't score a lot, they're called busts when they're a high draft pick. But he defended well. He positioned well. His footwork was great. He was a presence, and that's the thing. If you're a big man, that's your job, is to be a presence. It's not necessarily to score, it's to be a presence. That's the job. Okay, Kwame, let's find you. Let's talk about another character style. So Malva stuff. She's in it. She's in it to win it. How many characters we have in here now? 30 characters, and okay, got 10% of the roster filled out for the lore chat. That's pretty damn good. Malva, Wendell, and Stuff. Patton, Jameson, Florida. These names, I'm loving these names. So that's why the random name generator is so great. So Malva Stuff. Yeah, we've onboarded quite a few characters over the past couple of days. Nice. Okay, let's find I want to find a team coach for Kwame, because since he already played, like, let's explore the team coaches that are available. Hell, Kwame, let's get you. Is Perkins Lamb already taken? Oh, it's KSI's character. I forgot I did that. Lonnie Weeb is taken. I should make him a 40-year-old Dutch woman that's the head coach of the Manhattan Pantaloons. Anyway, while we're here, this is the third character style we're exploring today, the team coach. I guess there's two subclasses here. There's the head coach and the assistant coach, but there's really not that much of a difference. They have demeanors, coaching demeanors, and they have coaching playbooks. I don't remember if I finished those lists yet on the wiki, but the demeanors... Oh, I guess I can just pull it up over here. Become a team coach. Now, remember, in 1939, we're not recruiting new coaches and new players. Like, those are already written, but when you're looking on here, you can just look for BSofA coach unclaimed, and then you can use your version 2 piece of the puzzle to grab one of these coaches. Oh, perfect. I'm going to give Kwame this guy. Let's give him Benito Donald David. Okay, from Panama. What? The generated image may contain themes that are not appropriate for all audiences. Okay. Is that inappropriate just because it's like surreal? I don't know what's going on. Okay. So you have the coach. They have their alignment too, 7 by the same alignment. They have their coaching demeanor, which is sort of their behavior on the sidelines and their behavior around the team. So that's a fixed list detail. Sugar, they're liked by everybody, can do no wrong. He's got parallel, so he often just copied whatever one of the opposing coaches was doing. Playbook, it's another fixed list, playbooks. This one is, their playbook is amnesia. They forget the plays all the time. Coach Benito David has riddles and schemes. He uses a playbook that was full of great ideas. Her career goal, they also have a career goal and a sideline fashion style. So her career goal is to destroy team chemistry. Awful coach option. And their fashion style is suprematist blouse and booty shorts. Oh, maybe that's what triggered the filter. Okay. He's got career goal. Where's your career goal? Straight punishment through and through. Sideline fashion, dressed like an expressionist pilgrim. Whatever that means, Kwame, it's up to you now, my man. We're going to get you this character registered to you, or software register. Still got to buy it. Wait, is this a perchance generator also? It's got the same thing. That's nuts. Is perchance and random lists, is this the same? Because it's got the same. Oh, this is a die icon, and they are slightly different. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what? I need to be in a better habit about that. I'm less concerned about ads and more concerned about trackers. So, I guess I can turn this off. I'm not using an ad blocker anymore. I'm not using ad block. I don't know. Maybe it's built into the browser. Who knows? Okay, so right, I'm looking up. Oh, you know, let's get Dragon Cloyd here. This is Ian's character from Smosh. Ian Haycox. Dragon Cloyd of the Los Angeles Wet Fountains. Oh, weird. It's just a hanging L outside of there. Okay, so there's a few things that need to change here. Like, add this tag to the active lore chapter title. Okay. Chapter history. This is important. Crap, I don't think I've been putting that in the notable fan characters. Really? I haven't been adding this? That's crazy. Okay. Oh, I keep on saying crazy again. I'm a millennial. You Zoomers, your language police. I actually agree. Like, if I don't agree with your language policing, as a linguist, I'm not going to abide by the rule. But crazy, I do actually agree, is something that I need to address. Because I'm technically a crazy person. Okay. Yup. Dang it, I really didn't do that either. No, that's true. You're the one who's a photographer, so we're gonna do this. Photographer, the camera will be for media professional. Crap. What are you? You're a service professional? He's a librarian? Well, service, we'll just put a wrench in for service. Even though he's a librarian, a wrench doesn't make much sense, but media's camera, services, wrench, and team staff will be, I don't know what that'll be yet. Kwame. He's actually the first player I've given or assigned a character to. Like I can't. Wastebasket. Where's the actual net? I have to pull it from Twitter. Bummer. Well, I don't want anybody to infer that I mean trash. That's supposed to be a net. I don't want to use a basketball though because yeah, fuck it. I'll use it. I'll use a basketball. I'll use both of them. Come on now. Yeah, I want to get Gilbert. I want to get all the legends I grew up watching that I wasn't able to actually shoot, which breaks out. Like, come on, y'all should have let Gilbert play. By the time I started, he must have retired like the year before I started. Sucks. He was one of my favorite players. Gilbert Arenas. Oh, my head hurts. Okay. Bum bum. Okay. Goodness, there's so many things that need to be updated here. This man's from Panama. Everything else here seems okay. I think this is registered, because I'm the one registering it right now. Let's see if that's what it's supposed to be. It is, okay. Oh wait, where's mine? Where's Aaron Pooh Kellogg? This will be good. I can compare the tags here. So there you go. There's Kwame, and then I'm gonna make another. I'll do a player as well before I log off the stream. The Press Pass Season 1 production team discovered a collection of lyrical ragtime songs addressed to the coaches and starting players of the Yonkers Highness. This particular piece was left for assistant coach Benito David. Benito, oh Benito. In expressionist pilgrim attire, he looks so garish. Benito David, a coach fans cherish. Full of riddles, his schemes at play, in Scorpio's court he found his way. Scorpio's the basketball god of the Yonkers Highness. With riddles and schemes, his playbook seemed grand, yet his restless mind and what? Did I not? With riddles and schemes, his playbook seemed grand, yet his restless mind and unpredictable plans. made for unpredictable plans. Parallel to opponents, he'd mirror their actions. In a dance of strategy, he found his attraction. Straight punishment, his goal through the storm. A coach like no other, unknown, true to form. In a sky blue expressionist pilgrim outfit, he wore on the floor. A chameleon of coaching, fans wanted nothing less, nothing more. A master of morale with the most ancient of strife. I'm certain with some opponents he'd copy their wife. Forgot about that. An expressionist pilgrim, he made his own clothes. He just used cloth thread and scissors. A Panamanian coach. Straight punishment is unorthodox style. In surreal coaching, he played his cards wild. The highness potential he couldn't ignore, but his mimicry was perhaps a mockery at its core. In the media's eyes, he'd honor our medal. With a guessing game, they'd have nothing to peddle. Benito, Donald, David, no one could tell. In the game of coaching, he played it well. With the utmost respect, Vani Rani, the Bronx. Metal is their power element in the Yonkers Highness, and their basketball god is Scorpio. So there you go, Kwame. Here's your character, bro. Have fun. Kwame Brown of Pro Hoop lore. Love it. Look nothing like the guy. But I'll tell you what, you're going to learn a lot about Panama. You're going to learn a lot about the foundation of Panama through your character and all of that, so that's fun. Okay, let's grab a player. Let's assign a player to. I would do a Sacramento media professional, but Sacramento media is completely scrubbing me out of my own work here, so it's pretty crazy. Software registered. Yay. Let's grab a random syndicate player. Oh, Nyla's not claimed. We might do Nyla here. Nyla Rogue Anita Sturridge. Sure, let's just do Nyla. Okay, so here's a syndicate player. I suppose they might have subclasses too, because there's starting, there's off-pine, and then there's emergency. Starting is you're starting, you're a star of the team. Off-pine is your primary bench player, and emergency means you largely don't play. She's a ranger. They have play styles and play classes, so we can actually load that up. And so the play style is the style in which a syndicate player plays basketball in the press pass lore game. Each syndicate player has to earn any play style that's not story cement, and they may employ up to 2 in each lore chapter. Become a syndicate player in the lore of the show by collecting and collaborating in the scalable intellectual property puzzle. To become a syndicate player, an individual organization must collect at least one version 2 puzzle piece in Press Pass Season 1, and by doing so, that person gains the rights to participate in the Top Brass DAO and earn rewards for collaboration with the project and with the Let Me Out Productions Collective. They can create or claim a syndicate player to add to a lore chapter in the lore game and register that character with the Top Brass DAO. A page will be added to this very wiki once the character has been approved by the community and or the showrunner Lensface. After we get to 2,000 individual community members, approval will just be governance through the Top Brass DAO. But until then, I'm making sure that this is a quality assured process. Attend at least one of the 7 lore parties in the lore chapter the character is registered in. Be prepared to roleplay as the character or invite a friend, colleague, or community member to roleplay the character for you if you have at least 25 pieces to the puzzle. Their contributions are considered sources of derivation and will feature a collaboration issuance to those sources across from any value generated. Create a moment for the official canon by interacting with other role players and then meme those moments. Press Pass Season 1 is a fundamental I already read all that, so here we go. Let me load up my recent followers on Instagram, and then we will, I'll assign Nyla to one of those folks. So let's just do that. it's doing the thing where it's like repeating the list over and over and again. Really, that's so odd. Here we go. Catchy Quenu. We're gonna have it be you. Okay, so edit source, and let me go to Simon here. And then after this, I'll wrap this up. Thanks for watching the whole thing. Whoever's out there, letting this play in the background maybe while you're working, hopefully. I don't know. So we will do... Yeah. What's your Instagram? This woman's a Web3 pioneer, so I will label her as that. Welcome to the BSofA, Catchy. I want to make sure I'm saying her name right, and there's not like a word initial N sound in front of the Catchy, like Nkechi. You know, it's very subtle. Nkechi. It probably is that. Nkechi. Nkechi Quenu. Nkechi Quenu. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Smosh. Where are you from? Of Eden. And I'll link that. Let's link that. I don't know. Eden? That sounds like a garden to me. I love putting cute little emojis in here. Okay. Let's go back to Simon. I'm gonna edit video tonight for this language preservation project. I've been slacking on it so much. It's honestly embarrassing. But I'm not making, like, I haven't been making a living, so it's just, it's something that's starting to get to me. Harmonious, good. BSofA player, reserve. That's right, we reserve, not register. Okay. Oh, that was already there. Okay. Software registered, and then she's contrarian neutral. By the way, my domains right now, like, because so much financial entropy in my life, and I'm not making product sales, which is what this is supposed to be, an outreach for product sales. Yeah, that's one of the things falling apart. So if you go to any of our domains, it might be a parked link. Just go to the link tree. That's the best way to our link aggregate. So, but this is just presspass.fandom.com. Everything that you need to know for PressPass is on the wiki. You don't need to. There's no like other website that's going to explain anything as well as what the wiki explains. We do have a like the domain was just a reference point to our website, which we host on bonfire.xyz. So the website's still there. So okay, I think we're good. Welcome to the BSofA. I'll do all those details later. I need to go through character by character and make sure there's a uniform presentation here. Edit, and then I'll make sure that looks clean. Yeah, that looks good. Welcome to the Los Angeles Wet Fountains in Catchy. All right. Okay, everybody. I'm tired. I need to end the stream and get to work on this other project. And if you're out there and you want one of these characters, you can actually go to the storefront here. Here's the version 1. Here's the version 2. The only difference in the art of the puzzle piece is that the version 2 piece has a 20 seconds of additional footage that are actually from my roleplay in real professional basketball, whereas the version 1 clip is just the shitty meme that we shot for the puzzle piece, which took a bunch of takes to get it that particularly bad. Okay, so you do need let's close this. Clean up these tabs a little bit. Okay, you do need a intellectual property license to take custody of one of these puzzle pieces, and we have an official partner, Let Me Out Productions, over at salmonwallet.io. And super easy. You don't need to download an app. You don't need to download a browser extension. All you have to do, in fact, let's do this. All you have to do, I'll just show y'all real quick. Do it on your browser, on a phone. On a phone, it'll be a drop-down menu, but it's the same button. Access Web Wallet. It'll give you a few onboarding screens. Welcome to Salmon, your all-in-one and open-source wallet for the crypto space. Keep control of your tokens, all your assets in your hands. We don't have access to them at all. That's perfect. Stay tuned. Follow us at Salmon Wallet. Now, next, you create an account. You can also use if you already have an account. You already have an intellectual property wallet / crypto wallet. You can just import your seed phrase to Salmon if you prefer to use this interface. It doesn't matter. Basically, if you have an Ethereum address for a wallet that can hold non-fungible tokens, that's all you need to participate. You don't need to buy cryptocurrency. That's all you need. So you hit create account. Keep your seed phrase safe. You will need these words to restore your account if your browser storage is cleared or your device is damaged or lost. Never share your seed phrase or your private keys with anyone, or enter it into any form, as it provides full control of your account. Salmon team will never ask for your recovery phrase or private keys, and neither will the Let Me Out Productions team. So a seed phrase and a safe combination are the same thing. This is a digital safe for intellectual property and any value that you can generate by participating in these ecosystems. It's a safe for intellectual property custody and the value. And instead of a sequence of numbers you click into place, it's a series of words that you type in an exact order, in the exact case, in the exact spelling. So anybody who has that list of words can get into your wallet, which is why you keep that piece of information sacred. Same thing with the private key, which you can access once you make your wallet. Either source of information is basically the combination to get into the wallet, and people can recover your wallet. So you want to make sure that those details are kept sacred. My suggestion is physically write down the seed phrase in like a comp book or something and stick that somewhere. Ain't nobody gonna find it in your house or your apartment or where whatever your living situation is. And then also take a screenshot of what it assigns you. After you hit start, it's immediately going to assign you the seed phrase. So take a screenshot of that and then store it on, don't type it into a document, because there's text crawlers and there's AI now that can do text crawling. You want to put it in a screenshot and then stick it on the cloud somewhere, where maybe in a password locked folder or something on the cloud, in your drive or in an old email account, in a draft email or something. You know what I mean? That's a great place to store your seed phrase, and that way you can access that seed phrase digitally in like this weird corner of your internet that ain't nobody even going to know it's there. And that way, anywhere you are in the world, you'll always be able to access your wallet no matter what happens on any device. So Salmon Wallet's great because you don't need an app, don't need a browser extension. It's all built into the browser storage. And then if you have your seed phrase, you can get into any other wallet interface too. So once you have this wallet, what I'll do is I'll log into the one that I made here. Okay. So here's the wallet interface. It says it's unlabeled to load data because I don't have anything in here. Yeah, there's no history, nothing. But this is the dummy wallet that we use for onboarding explanations. So once you're in the interface, this is what it looks like. You have your wallet tab down here, which is going to list the cryptocurrencies that you have gathered in this wallet. You have your NFTs here. This is where your intellectual property is going to be. And then you have an exchange. So you can actually send funds out of here. You can send it directly to your PayPal. Like you can send from here directly to your PayPal if you're in the USA. And Coinbase. If you're not in the USA, you should be using Coinbase if PayPal doesn't have a crypto exit facility for you. Your transaction history and then your settings. I'm not going to dig around the settings because I might accidentally reveal my seed phrase for this one. But anyway, when you're here, there's a little copy button because it doesn't display your full intellectual property license number. Just copy that. I'm going to actually put this in chat because I don't really care. Like, this is a demo thing, but I want to show everybody. It's much longer than what's highlighted here. But that entire chain sequence of here you go, viewers, right here, this message. So this entire chain sequence here, that's the actual license number for this wallet. And when I go to the version 1 collectible, you know what, let's do this one on Vivaldi because I'll show y'all. Like, it's pretty easy to do this. This is the Crypto Bears collection. But anyway, bye now. Right? Okay, yep, I understand. Look, it takes card. Now, in my case, I'm already logged into a wallet. That notary fee is a bit high. It's a bit high, but usually the notary fee, like you're looking for $5 to $10 to buy intellectual property on Ethereum. If it's higher than that, like it's up to you if you want to spend $20 on the notary fee. All you have to do is wait until the network use rate is a lot lower. So that's usually happens in the middle of the night, and even this is still pretty low because earlier today it was like $50. So when you're making purchases here, you want to make sure that all of the purchases you're making are on one transaction, so you don't have to pay one notary fee. But here we go. Let's go to the version 1 collectible. It's 18 bucks right now. If I try to buy it from here, what happens? Oh, I can only add to cart. Is it because it's semi-fungible? Anyway, I can add to cart. Let me add, let's do 25 version 1s. Okay, so that makes you a lore master. Let's see, we've made $3 from sales of these tokens so far. That's pretty good. Actually, that sucks for in 3 years. That's why I'm in my losing situation I am in now. Okay, well, there you go. Anyway, let me add to cart, and now I'm in my cart over here. I'm gonna put 25 into the supply. See, it's 466 bucks. We know the notary fee is gonna be about 20 bucks. You're gonna be 485, 490. Then you send, and let me paste my address here, and then I complete purchase. Now, I don't have any Ethereum in this wallet. I can add funds with card. That's not what was happening earlier. Anyway, if you don't want to go through MoonPay and you just want to send, oh, great, there we go. Yeah, but when you buy the purchase, then like this is purchasing Ethereum, and that's the network fee for purchasing Ethereum. They're going to charge you a processing fee that's MoonPay. But when you buy this, there's going to be another network. There's going to be another notary fee for transferring this property into your custody. So we already know that's 20 bucks. That's not enough Ethereum. Anyway, it's 20 bucks right now. So basically, if you'd rather not buy crypto at all, just make the wallet. Send me the appropriate amount plus the markup for the notary fee on PayPal, and then I'll just send the intellectual property to your wallet. It may not be immediately because I'm gonna have to wait for the network fee to be reasonable and accommodated by what you sent me, but yeah, it's a great situation. Yeah, you don't need to buy cryptocurrency to interact with intellectual property on the blockchain. It does make it easier for sure, and any sort of value that you receive from your collaboration will be paid in cryptocurrency. We haven't decided. Right now it's just Ethereum, but since that one has high network fees, we are looking for a partner blockchain to move our stuff into. And if you want to build networked collaborations and audience experiences with us at Let Me Up Productions, you do need a piece of the brand. And right now, this marketplace, OpenSea, is rigging history in the market against us because they've disabled those pieces. And we are the very first collaborative brand offering a collaborative abundance puzzle in the brand. And we launched a month before Bored Apes, and I'm sitting here with 2 viewers. So I'm not entitled to anything. I love y'all. It's just, you have to understand that the weight of this experience on my mental health is not gone great. Yeah. Okay. So with that in mind, I'll stop the stream. Thank you all for watching. Recap, character styles. We got Notable Fan, Ecosystem Professional. You need a version 1 to register a Notable Fan or an Ecosystem Professional. And we also have team coaches and syndicate players. So those are the professional basketball players in the fiction, and then the coaches in the fiction. You need a version 2 to register one of those coaches. There's only 916 version 2s. So if we run out of those, you can still get to a team coach or a syndicate player position with a version 1, but you're going to have to role play your Notable Fan or Ecosystem Professional into becoming a coach or a player. So if that's your plan, make sure your character's young enough to, go down that story angle and get drafted or be signed. And so you could actually play the game as a syndicate player without ever buying a version 2. You just have to register like a young, 18-year-old, 17-year-old Notable Fan and role play a chapter or 2. And now you might be declare yourself eligible for the draft. and now you're able to role play. That character is now evolved into a syndicate player or a team coach. Yeah, I mean, you know, like my guy Aaron Pooh Kellogg. Here, I'll show you. He's a team coach of the Boston Potatoes, and there he is. By the way, this article is great because I give you a lot of more information on how the characters are registered and how the system's enforced and all of that. So that's here. I'll copy this to a different enforcement description page. But here we go. Aaron Pooh Kellogg, assistant coach of the 1939 Boston Potatoes. I am planning on getting fired by the end of season 1. By the end of the first lore chapter, and you never know. I might end up coaching another team the next chapter, or I might end up going to be a notable fan or an ecosystem professional if I'm going to continue with this character. But I won't tell you all the secret, but the name's sort of a secret as to what the plan is for the character. Yeah, Coach Aaron Pooh Kellogg. That's my first character in the lore game. Now, if you're a press pass attachment, like you're performing a character in the show, or then you can role play characters in the past all the way up to Era 4, and that's fine. I mean, I think it's actually super funny to have a meme of yourself from back in like 1939, 1940, 1944, whatever it is, and like, oh, we can make so many doppelganger jokes, you know what I mean? So we encourage that, but we cap it at 1998, so you can go all the way up to 1998, and then it's capped. For project attachments, that means you're attached to work for the show of season 1 of Press Pass, and if you're a performer on the show, if you're like a crew member, kind of depends on what you're doing, because since we are a media circuit show, like we're not necessarily going to shy around the set, because it is a behind-the-scenes style documentary, and a lot of what we might be doing, a lot of what we're going to be doing during production is going to be incorporated into the content. We'll make sure that likeness is appropriate and all that, appropriately compensated, but yeah, so I just think the entire cast and crew is going to be capped at 1998, just in case, because we start our narrative in 2012. So there's Aaron Pooh Kellogg. His demeanor is critical. Playbook is gifted ink. His alignment is authentic good. Assistant coach of the 1939 Boston Potatoes. 33 years old. Born on January 17th, 1906, in Jackman, Maine. He grew up playing basketball on a concrete dock off the shores of a local lake. His dad, Gunther Kellogg, was an esteemed farmer who had escaped sharecropping in South Carolina with his wife Shmee. Aaron's parents and his 2 brothers were all well-known garlic farmers in Jackman, astonishing the locals with their ability to efficiently grow garlic in Maine. Oh yeah, I wrote a song. I have a song that I wrote up as the coach. Starch up and Tate on, Tater's gonna Tate. Starch up, hum bison, spud pigs, sing you Spudston curmudgeons, and the BSofA potatoes fight. Tate on! Starch up and Tate on, Tater's gonna Tate. Starch up! Okay. Linus O'Shouts wrote this limerick. Pooh the rain, Coach Kellogg a man of such zeal. He's critical, he gets really real. In a raincoat he coaches, with disdain for his choices, earthly aspects his spirit reveals. His gifted ink, it's truly a sight. The song Starch Up, it's our guiding light. Starch up, hum bison, spud pig, sing you Spudston curmudgeons, in the BSofA potatoes fight. Tate on! With fired catfish his favorite treat, Aaron Pooh Kellogg is always on feet. In a sprout green raincoat, starch up! Kellogg boasts, his songs keeping his playbooks neat. Signed, Professor Linus O'Shouts and his 3 boys, hailing from Watertown, Massachusetts. I'm going to link this article to Linus while I'm thinking about it, since Linus has his own article now. Linus O'Shouts and his 3 boys. Where are you, there he is. Linus Heinrich O'Shouts. Professor Linus O'Shouts and his 3 boys. I can't help myself. Let's go check out Mr. Linus, Mr. O'Shouts here. He's a notable fan, a B-tier fan, Edgar Eat-Out salary. He's 47 years old. He's a bagpipe lizard fan. This is why we're saying we had another lizard fan to the lore game today. Professor O'Shouts is a bagpipe, often having abnormally loud conversations about sports. Professor O'Shouts is a lizard, which means he spread rumors to feel important. He's got contrarian arrogance alignment. Characters who value going against the group mentality and or the status quo, even if it's inauthentic, and his arrogance. Characters who are overly confident believe they are superior to others, may be dismissive or disrespectful of others. So this is the man that wrote all the series of limericks about the starters and the coaches for the Boston Potatoes in 1939. There's an unclaimed player of the Boston Potatoes. This guy's going to be, like, if you're watching this, claim this player. Claim this, get a version 2 piece, and claim this player. I'm telling you. Alfred Gumbumper Corin Langhorne. His playstyle is Zephyr, so he spins a lot. And his player class is Bouncer, so he actually jumps quite high. His alignment is Authentic Evil, and he's born in Pittsburgh in 1916. I'll let y'all read this article in the chat. But I'll read this limerick and then I'll end the stream. How about that? Alfred always bumping gums. A langhorn so tall yet so light. A bouncer jumping great heights. He spins with no graces, hits teammates in faces. Gum bumper, new meaning, take flight. Alfred has a heart of stone. A zephyr who won't leave you alone. He'll spin and he'll jump, open his mouth and dump. For Boston, this center's a groan. The media loves Gum Bumper's wit. He's always quick with the spit, but he's got no control, losing sight of our goals. He ends up talking more shit than he shits. Signed, Professor Linus O'Shouts and his 3 boys, hailing from Watertown, Massachusetts. Okay, thank you all for watching. I'm going to wrap this up and get going. The next stream, let's talk about the next stream. Graphics, social media, planner, streams. Okay. The next stream, we're talking about the Basketball Syndicate of America. Just straight up the Syndicate. So look for that possibly tomorrow. And then we'll talk about blockchain overall. And that one will feature Hassan Piker. Because there's a reason that you guys hate blockchain and blockchain builders and non-fungible tokens, and it's not the tech itself. It has nothing to do with the tech. It has everything to do with influencers continuously dunking on disabled, marginalized people like myself. Okay, I'm literally dying from this. Can't make a living in traditional economy, and you got this dumbass over here telling you guys all to hate what I'm doing, to hate that I'm titling my labor on a public notary service into a collaborative abundance ecosystem. Okay. Yeah, fuck it, we'll watch this.
Friend of the show, Paris Hilton. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
I jumped in.
I know, I heard. I'm so happy I taught you what they were.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
Is this a German
I got an ape too, because I saw you on the show with people, and you said you got on MoonPay, so I went and I copied you and did the same thing.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
This is disgusting. This is disgusting. These apes are straight up trying to fucking milk their audience, dude. That's it. There's nothing. This is an ad. This is a hashtag ad. And the hashtag ad is basically saying, hey, give me your money, dumbass. Give me your fucking money, you stupid fuck. That's what this hashtag ad is. I hate it. I hate it. I hate cryptocurrency so much. I hope all these rich people lose all their money. I'm sorry. I hate crypto. I fucking hate the NFT shit. I hate the apes. There's such transparent fucking Ponzi schemes. I hate it so much.
This guy's such a fucking moron. Oh my god. I can't even handle it. Okay, we'll do a deep dive on it in a few days, but blockchain is a notary service. It's a notary service. It's super fucking boring. Like, I'm excited about it because I'm 34 years old and I've been a producer of entertainment products for 18 years now. I started in high school and some of my videos went crazy viral. But, like, It's a notary service. That's what it is. A notary is an impartial witness to information. That's what a notary is. So this is a service that provides that impartial witness to legitimate information. What is legitimate information? Intellectual property custody transfers. That's what he's mocking right now. A non-fungible token is a digital title to intellectual property. Sure. There is a brand called Bored Ape Yacht Club with 10,000 pieces of this collaborative brand of Bored Apes. They sold each piece for $200 a pop, and within 3 months they were trading for over $700,000, $800,000. And that is not the point. That is just not the point. Now, the reason why that worked the way it did is because you had a number of people collaborating on the brand. And the brand was selling the pieces of the brand that's open license trademark to use that specific image in whatever way you want in your market activity down the line, with no licensing or arrangements to Yuga Labs, which is the proprietor of that brand. Now, I'm not a big Bored Apes fan. I know it was a 4chan project from the get-go. I've been here the whole time. But this man is fucking lying to you. He's lying to you. He's selling you self-righteousness over a technology he doesn't understand. A blockchain is a public notary service that legitimizes information in layers in a block. And it records those blocks to in a chronological chain. It's encrypted, publicly transparent. If you wanted to hack that record, you'd have to hack all of the notaries in the network at the same exact time to hack the record. It's impossible. So that's all the blockchain is, just a notary service. Layers information into blocks, records those blocks into a chain. It's actually a hyper energy efficient network because each block has a footprint. Not each transaction in the block, which is how PayPal and Cash App and Venmo all work. Every transaction you send on one of those apps has its own carbon footprint. If you send a transaction on Ethereum, your transaction is wrapped in a block with hundreds, if not thousands, of other transactions, and then that block has the footprint, and it's minuscule. Minuscule. So, that's what blockchain is. A cryptocurrency is the value transfer protocol of the blockchain. You have a publicly known supply of the unit of account, and that is divided by the total amount of the value of labor in that protocol, which is measured by US dollars right now, but I'm sure it'll eventually be measured by Bitcoin across all of these different cryptocurrencies. So that is a hard math ecosystem on a value transfer protocol. It's not a place for investment because you know that, like, for example, the supply of Ethereum right now is, 122 million coins? So the total value in the protocol, you divide 122 by the total value in the protocol, and you get around $2,000 right now. So if you buy a unit of account in Ethereum for $2,000, and tomorrow it's $1,500, that's because enough people in the protocol withdrew their value. And now the value in the protocol has lessened, but it's divided by the hard-capped supply of the unit of account in that cryptocurrency. Well, not all of them are hard-capped, but it's publicly known as the whole point. So it's not a facility for none of this is a facility for investment. He's telling you it's a facility for investment, and he's telling you it's a fucking Ponzi scheme. This man doesn't know what he's talking about. It's a facility for collaboration. These are collaborative abundance ecosystems. He claims to be a socialist. This is the underlying technology that enforces fair market activity, that enforces you owning your labor as property, that anchors success-based residuals. What does that sound like? Labor is the means of production, and we're able to use this technology to title our labor as our property and transact the property on the market, which is what I'm doing as a disabled creative. Because I can't go work a 12-hour day on set. I can do it for my own business because I can schedule and accommodate what I need to survive in my health, but I don't expect any other platform or any other company to do that because we have something called cost per minute analysis on set. And I disaffect that too much. I've been line producing and assistant directing for a long time. And knowing that I disaffect that cost per minute analysis versus somebody who is able-bodied, I'm not comfortable putting myself in that position. I'm not comfortable putting that platform or that project at risk. So I know that I can build an ecosystem for me and other people like me to thrive in. where I can disappear from set for 2 hours and manually digest the food in my body, 3-4 hours sometimes 8 hours if it's real bad. And everything will work seamlessly because I can accommodate that for myself. But I can't expect any platform or production to do that for me on my behalf. I'm not special. Obviously, I could do network collaboration and intellectual property at a high level, but you gotta join our brand collective for to enjoy our service in developing that for you. Okay, so this blockchain, notary service, information is recorded in blocks and kept in a chain. Everything's programmable and publicly transparent. It can't be hacked. Cryptocurrency is the value transfer protocol used by a blockchain. The unit of account is a publicly known supply and is divided by the total amount of value being transferred in that protocol. It is not a facility for investment because the price of the unit of account is a hard math measurement of the supply divided by the total amount of value moving in the protocol. So don't invest thinking that you're going to buy those units of account, watch the price go up, watch the line goes up, and then sell them to somebody else. Yeah, sure, you're experiencing gains, but you're hurting the protocol. Like, it's a facility for collaboration. People are using the protocol to collaborate on the value of that unit of account. And if you're in there for gains, you're hurting the protocol. That's not the point. Same thing with non-fungible tokens. This is a labor titling mechanic. You can title your labor as your property. I've been doing this a long time. You title your labor as your property, and not only can you transact your labor that way on the market, you can say, hey, I have 2,000 hours per year, and each one of these hours is a non-fungible token, and I'm going to set my own hourly rate, and I'm going to go to the market that way. I'm going to charge $75 an hour for this service, and that's how you buy these hours ahead of time, and I'll provide the service. You price your own labor. This guy's a fucking moron. I can't fucking stand this guy. Him and other people like him who have just been talking shit about crypto and talking shit about NFTs have been damaging you. They've been damaging our economic freedom. All for views. For fucking views, dude. He's selling you self-righteousness. Like, that's the product of these influencers. They sell you self-righteousness. They sell you elitism. And here he is dunking on these two celebrities for collaborating on the brand of Bored Ape Yacht Club in a collaborative abundance model, which as a socialist he should be all about. Now, in Bored Ape Yacht Club, that one worked in a way that no other collection is likely ever going to work again, where people were buying the titles to these apes as open license trademarks, and then 3 months later they bought them for $200, and 3 months later they're selling for $600,000, $700,000. Our product is not going to work like that. Okay, like, they're trading. What happened was that the market went into a frenzy of trading around these digital titles as financial instruments, and everybody's trying to earn gains from secondary market. That has to get shut down because it's a whack behavior. It's a whack interpretation of what this technology is and what it does. So don't listen to people like him. Listen to the people that are actually building on the tech. We acknowledge issues. Like, that's why Ethereum went to a green chain. Because it used to be a heavy carbon footprint operation. It used to be an energy-intensive situation. But now it's not. Why? Because we're the ones building. Now, I'm not a builder for Ethereum. I couldn't code in Solidity at all. Don't listen to these dumbass influencers. And it's even worse because him and I share a collegiate intersection in our former workplaces. So I reached out to him about the collaborative abundance model, and he banned me immediately from his fucking Twitch stream. And I used to like him. You know, I used to like his content. But after that, I was like, dude, you're not a socialist. You're an elitist capitalist, just like all the people you talk shit about all the time. Because here he is dunking on a notary service that you can use to title your labor as property. In our situation, when you buy a piece of Press Pass Season 1, you are translating labor into property for our entire production. Okay, your one piece that you purchase translates 3 pieces for me as the creator, translates 3.5 pieces for the platform of Let Me Out Productions, the primary producer. It translates 2 pieces for a laborer who's working in the production, and it transfers a half a piece to a union that is supporting the property with audits and trainings for their members or their would-be members. All of our pieces in the production anchor success-based residuals. So when you buy a piece of Press Pass Season 1, you are anchoring 20% success-based residual out of the show to hired labor. Why is he talking shit about that? Why is he reducing the entire technology to fucking apes that are being traded around like financial instruments? He doesn't know what the hell is going on, but he's telling you to hate something. And I'm sitting in here, having done this work for 3 years, before these apes. I've been doing this work before. I'll show y'all, okay? I'm just so fucking frustrated because this attention economy needs to goddamn die. You're killing people. You murderer. Fucking murderer, dude. Okay? Here, look, this is our collaborative brand. This is a token in our collaborative brand. March 24th, 2021 is when I launched the collaborative brand of Let Me Out Productions. The brand's been around since 2007. I converted it into an intellectual property puzzle, which is my invention. This is the first, that's the first one in the invention. Okay? So, that's the first piece of our collaborative brand. We put it on the blockchain on this permanent record on March 24th. The apes, this is the first ape. April 22nd, a month later. Why is this technology being defined by the apes and not the actual collaborations, which is 99.9999999% of the activity? People trading around cartoons as financial instruments? It's such a small part of the market, but that's what these influencers are painting to you what's going on. That's not what's going on. He's a liar. God damn it, dude. And like, ever since my eyes have opened up to what he does, that's all he does. He just sells self-righteousness to people. We'll get into it in a couple of days. I love y'all. I'm glad you exist. Even you piece of shit. Lying to your audience for views and clout. Go fuck yourself, you clown. I'm glad you exist, though. Everybody deserves to exist, but you don't deserve to lie to your audience for clicks and views, man. This is terrible. He hates digital titles for labor. That's what this is. The socialist hates digital titles for labor in an open access public notary service. That's what this is. He hates the technology that will provide you success-based residuals for your labor by translating your labor into property and anchoring a success-based residual from the net profit of whatever endeavor that you've added labor to directly to your property. That's what he hates. The socialist. What a fucking asshole. Anyway. I should save some of that for today's Tuesday, so I'll go ahead. I'll do that stream on Thursday or Friday, the blockchain stream. Alright, y'all. I love you. Have a great night. I'm glad you exist. Make sure to buy a version 1 or version 2 piece of the show. Buy a lot of them if you can, because, like I said, you get to that 25-piece position. You can let other people use them for free. You can make longer memes, and your bounty position and your voting weight goes way up. So, incidentally, it helps me out too, because I like my income. Y'all, you saw it. We've made $3,000 out of the show so far in 3 years. Out of the collaborative brand, it's been like maybe $4,000, and that's been my only income as a disabled person. It breaks my heart because my own people around me believe Hassan over me. That's people like that is who they're getting their information from. So they hate what I'm doing. They fucking hate it. And it's all because they're stained in the mind by influencers like him. Like Charlie and Asman and Ludwig and a few others have talked about cryptocurrencies and blockchain in very downward ways. They're also presenting it to their audiences as investment facility when it's just not what it is. People are using it that way, but it's just not what it is, and it's stupid to use it that way because everything's hard math. Though they're a little bit better about it, but Charlie out there, Moist Critical, I love your stuff, man. You're never gonna watch this, but anyway, you got to stop calling it investment. Nobody, like, people are buying a digital title. The point is collaborate in the intellectual property. It's a purchase. So if you put $200 into an ape, that's a purchase. Those $200 are gone. You're never, like, it's not a deposit of value that you expect to grow. And that situation happened to work like that, but most situations they're not going to work like that at all. And so there's just no underlying premise for that to even occur. You're buying a piece of property that you're trying to sell at a markup to somebody else. So it's literally just like buying a pack of Magic the Gathering cards or something that you're going to try to sell at a markup to somebody else. It's don't do that. Buy the Magic cards if you want to play Magic. You know what I mean? Don't be telling your audience that, oh, I hate Magic the Gathering because all these people are investing money in cards and they're losing their money. That's not how Magic the Gathering works. This is not how it works. Some people might buy cards to sell at a markup. Some people might use it as an investment facility, but that's their choice. It's not the actual intent of the product, the proprietor, the purchase premise. It's not the market actuality. It's not the asset function. You don't know any of that. You're just going to pick the lowest common denominator of these apes and dunk on that for makes you feel good. And that's what he's selling you as a product. Anyway, good night. I'm gonna hang up. Buy the token, please, and hit my PayPal if you don't want to get the crypto. Just get the wallet off salmonwallet.io. Hit my PayPal with the appropriate amount of money that you want to cover your purchase. So, like we said, the 25 pieces of the version 1 is about $470. Do a $20 markup on that, and then hit me with that. So about $490 to $500. Hit me with that. Send me your wallet address, and if the purchase can cover the if the money you sent can cover the purchase, I'll send it right away. If it can't cover the purchase because the network fee is too high, I'll wait a few hours because usually around midnight to 1 in the morning. The network fee is a lot more manageable. I've seen it as low as $2 or $3 in the middle of the night. So yeah, I need this, y'all. I got bills to pay. I'm way behind. I need medicine. I haven't been able to catch up on my medicine, and there's so many things it disaffects. So please stop listening to clowns selling you self-righteousness. Please listen to the people that are actually building products here and support